if you sort of put the inflation data with the retail sales data earlier in the week, and where it was a decent miss, and really weak in discretionary areas, and that to me tells us, well, that tells the story about a consumer that under the hood is starting to, feel the effects of these higher rates, and I think probably the market's starting to see softer data coming. Which will make the job of the Fed a little bit easier.
Do you see anything in the CPI data that says we're going to get a September rate cut?
Look, I would agree that you didn't get what you needed on the key components, services and owner equivalent rent, and those two elements. Look, if we don't get much weaker goods sort of numbers, then you're going to go in the second half of the year. You get base effects coming in, so you are going to see a natural re-acceleration in core CPI.
So what are the positives here? I was talking before about the consumer behaviour pattern as well, that McDonald's, Coca-Cola getting all promotional. We even heard yesterday from Burberry that there was something wrong with the US market in terms of what they were seeing. It wasn't just the aspirational customer, it was the luxury market overall. They were seeing a change in some of the patterns. We're hearing it from different sources, aren't we? So what are the positives in terms of the data points here where we could actually see enough of a journey that the Fed is going to be cutting just to pull back on some of the high credit costs?
Yeah, look, it's hard to see the positives coming from the household sector. As we know, the excess savings have been spent. Even the wealthiest households have finally got through their excess savings. So it's hard to see it coming from the household sector. I think the household sector will be a source of probably disappointment coming forward. It's whether you get the capital spending cycle, which has been quite strong. If you think about how well non-residential construction has held up in the face of a fairly weak manufacturing environment, it's sort of that beginning of some of that spend, whether it's related to data centres or the energy transition, Inflation Reduction Act. But look, I suspect that's not going to be enough, and you will start to see a real weakening in the economy coming in the second half. And coming via the employment channel. I think, the market, often Wall Street gets quite disconnected from the, Main Street. And I would say at the moment that disconnect is very wide.